Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another Marvel Legends figure review, and today we have in front of us from the Marvel Studios Disney Plus series Hawkeye from Marvel's Hawkeye from Hawkeye, the series. There you have a little the little bio. If you want to pause it, do it now, because I'm just about to keep moving the box. And there you have the rest of the figures of the wave. I just received the rest I needed. I had this guy there laying down for a while. I've been gone for a couple of weeks because of work and private stuff, but I'm back. At least let's see how long. How regular I'll be posting this time. But yeah, you have the Infinity Ultron here, which is the main reason I got this way. I want to get the Moon Knight figure because I didn't get it yet because it doesn't have a build-a-figure part. But I do like the look, even if it's supposedly inaccurate. I actually would like to have this head from the Mr. Knight below the hood. I think that would look cool also. I don't know, it's just an idea. I have already reviewed the She-Hulk figure, so you can check that in the channel. I had this figure laying there and I got the rest for today. Anyway, here we have Hawkeye. You have their Clint Barton, a lot of promotional pictures, and you have the figure there looking good. It doesn't look exactly as the actor, but it's him, but it looks a bit of course, it's not a person, it's a plastic figure, but I think could be even closer, the resemblance. Anyway, there you have him with the couple of extra hands, the build-a-figure part, a bow and a quiver, and that's everything he comes with, I guess. Let's take him out and see how good he actually is. And there we have Cliff Barton, aka Hawkeye, out of the packaging and looking good. I dare to say already, or maybe, I think we can all see that he's a bit long-necked. But yeah, you have let's see the accessories first. You have this quiver here, which has, like, the arrows are molded apart or separately, and it looks like if you could even pull them out, but you can't. But at least it's a kind of a nice detail. I don't know if you get to see that because of the molded black plastic. You cannot get to see the whole detail maybe, but yeah, 2 rows, they are like glued together and put inside that the quiver, and anyway, it's nicely molded. That's what I want to say. And you have a peg hole there, so you can just peg hole. You have peg, and he has a peg hole in his back. And I'm just realizing that some of the arrows, the feathers or whatever these things are called, they have the front ones have like purple paint, like this lila he has on the suit. So that's a nice little detail. You cannot see it that clearly from afar, but maybe if I get him closer, there you can get to see the little bit of lila detail there. He comes with a couple of a couple of fist hands, so you can swap the hands for fist ones. This one is cast in black plastic, if I'm right, and this one is cast in that purple plastic with a bit of a sloppy skin tone to it. But yeah, it's there, and you can maybe fix it. Of course, quality control would be nice, but yeah. And you have the bow. He has, unlike the G.I. Joe Classified Storm Shadow, he doesn't have an extra arrow, a loose arrow to pose him with. So maybe if you have a couple of Storm Shadow figures or the regular one, and you're getting the retro one and you're opening both, maybe you can borrow one of those arrows for your Hawkeye. But he doesn't have he has only the holding hand, like the bow holding hand, and he doesn't have an arrow holding, He has more like this arrow releasing hand, I would say it like that. Now, it ain't hard to give him to hold his bow. I just did a super quick, super wrong pose here with that Storm Shadow arrow I was just telling you about. Of course, you can properly place things around. I just wanted to be quick. Of course, I'm posing it now, it's a bit better. But yeah, you can do things, so no problem there. First of all, I have to say that the head comes off really easily. especially because my hinge here was super stiff. Everything else, nothing was frozen, so that's good. I didn't have to put him into hot water or heat with a air gun or anything. But yeah, you can see this guy. It's very simple, you know, it's black with a couple of purple details. Actually, the arms are sculpted in purple, from the bicep and further to the hands. But yeah, it's mostly black plastic. I think the shoes are like a dark brown, the boots, I mean, and they're quite, I like them. Now, there you have the face. It does look like Jeremy Renner. Again, it could look even better, closer to the pictures. Maybe he looks a bit younger on the figure, but that's also not a bad thing. He has his scars here and a couple of bands there to, yeah, you know, he gets quite beaten up during the series. But there you have this like little arrow logo there, purple, not much texture, but he has some lines painted in there. And yeah, the trousers have a little bit of texture in the plastic, pockets there, sculpted in these two separate pieces. And yeah, that's it for the figure. Let's check the articulation. Actually, the neck is on a ball to the torso and a ball hinge to the head, so he can look up that far. Yeah, he can look down that far, which, I mean, he has range looking to the down, up and down. He has a little bit of attitude, but because it's a ball hinge and not a double ball peg, yeah, I would prefer if they would just improve and start doing the double ball pegs right every time, and then we would have like the real thing. I mean, ball hinge is also okay, but you don't get, most of the time you lose the possibility to tilt to the sides, you know, most of the time, unless you have the lollipop thing, you know, which no one likes. Of course, turn all the way around. By the way, the hair is a different sculpted piece, so it's not like the hair is just painted, it's glued. The shoulders can go all the way around. I keep getting this unfocused. He has butterfly joints that can go that far forward, that far backward. If you do it like this, actually, he cannot really cross a little bit. He can cross the arms a little bit, so it does help, this butterfly, but it could be better if the cut was a bit different, you know. I mean, I don't want them to destroy the sculpt, of course, but they could have, I mean, if you're already doing the butterfly joint, don't do that kind of an angle that doesn't allow the arm to cross to the front, you know. They have done good ones themselves. I don't know why they didn't do it here. It's not a bad one, but it could be better, you know. 90 degrees, you know, like the T-pose. You have the bicep swivel, pinless double jointed elbows that can bend all the way. That's great. The hands, this bow holding hand is on an in and out swivel. I don't know, I think it would be better if it would be vertical. I'm almost sure, also for, like, you know, for archery, I think it would be good if he would have this to be vertical, just like the Storm Shadow figure, you know. They know the things when they want to know them, how to do the things right. He has an ab crunch. He's not loose in my copy, which is great. He can go backwards that far, forwards that far, so that's good. He has an old ass disc hinge for the waist, which makes this kind of thing, but it's ratcheted and it feels really, I mean, it's ratcheted but it's soft. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's a soft kind of a bit of rubbery feeling, which doesn't give you the feel like you're snapping things, you know. The legs can do that far splits, which I think is not bad for this character. Always would be better, it would be better to always have like 180 degrees, you know, like the full splits, but in this case is not that dramatic as with a Captain America, you know, 20 years anniversary figure. He can't kick 90 degrees, which is a bit of a sad surprise. That's really, let's say, that's weak. Yeah, it is. so he wouldn't be able to ride the Ghost Rider car if we would get it, which I don't think. Anyway, I'll have to check that. But yeah, maybe that won't even happen, so don't worry. You don't have to be sad that this figure couldn't sit in there. You have the leg can bend that far, only that far, or that far. You know, the knees are pinless, nothing at the thigh, the boot. You have the thigh cut, of course, nothing at the shins, no boot cut. The feet can go backwards that far if you force them a bit. They can go forward that far, which is not bad, I think, and has a decent ankle rocker. It's not the best ever, but it's also not the worst. I think it's more like in the better half. And there we have the Disney Plus Hawkeye next to the modular Iron Man and the, you know, Ironheart figure, both from the Ursa Major build, the figure wave, more like the Iron Man wave. There you have him next to the She-Hulk figure, which was the last one to be revealed from the wave, and the first one I got, weirdly, I don't know, but I really like this figure actually. And the Baron Zemo, which was a Walgreens exclusive or fan channel exclusive, all of that. And next to Storm Shadow, a Cobra Bat and a Cobra Trooper from the G.I. Joe Classified series line. And that's it for this review. Please leave a like, share and subscribe if you found this review entertaining and useful for you to decide if you want to get this guy, the Clint Barton figure. I think the figure is cool. Of course, the design is very simple or sleek or whatever, but I think the figure does its thing. Not kicking forward 90 degrees is an issue, I would say, but yeah, still you can make things with this figure, I guess. And of course, you have the Build-A-Figure part for that Ultron figure. I'm very curious about how good it will be at the end. Please leave a like, share and subscribe, and take care. I will see you in the next one. Keep an eye for the upcoming videos because we're gonna do the whole wave. Ciao, ciao, ciao.